There were players who were once hyped up to be the next big thing, destined to take over the NBA. They had the talent, the spotlight, the expectations, but for one reason or another, it just didn't work out. We're going to create a 10-man roster and simulate 5 seasons to see if they can reach their potential and win an NBA championship. So starting off with the 10th man on the roster is Anthony Bennett. He was taken first overall in 2013, drafted ahead of players like Victor Oladipo, CJ McCollum, and Giannis Antetokounmpo. He played 4 seasons in the NBA, totaling 151 games, averaging 4.4 points on 39% shooting. So we've got him in 2K with his rookie version coming in at a 71 overall at only 19 years old. Here's a look at his attributes and he's got a B+ potential. Now on to the next player, Michael Olowokandi, who was drafted first overall in 1998 over the likes of Vince Carter, Dirk Nowitzki and Paul Pierce. He played a total of 9 years, averaging 8 points and 7 rebounds. His rookie version comes in at a 71 overall at 21 years old. Here are all his attributes and he has an A- potential, so he could really get up there. Now for the 8th man, Darko Milicic, who was drafted 2nd overall in 2003 over Carmelo Anthony, Chris Bosh and Dwayne Wade. I think this one speaks for itself really. So Darko comes in at a 73 overall at 18 years old. He's got good post defense, perimeter defense and rebounding stats, and his potential is only a C though. Let's go to the next player. Now for the 7th roster spot, Kwame Brown, who was drafted first overall in 2001 but never lived up to his potential, averaging only 6.6 points in his NBA career. So Kwame Brown comes in at a 74 overall at 18. Here's a look at the attributes and he has a B- potential. Now the 6th spot is Markelle Fultz. He was the first overall pick in the 2017 draft over Fox, Bam, Mitchell and Tatum, but injuries sadly got in his way. So Fultz comes in as a 75 overall at 18 and we finally got a guard on the roster. His attributes look decent and he's an A- potential, so he could go crazy. The next player is Adam Morrison, who was the 3rd overall pick in the 2006 draft. He averaged 20 points per game for Gonzaga, but only 7.5 in his NBA career. But he is a 2-time champion, so no one can take that away from him. So he comes in as 77 overall at 20 years old. And his potential rating is a B-, so not too bad, not too great. The next player is James Wiseman, who was drafted 2nd overall in 2020 over LaMelo, Halliburton and Maxey. So he comes in at 77 overall at 18 years old and he has a potential rating of B-. The next player is Marvin Bagley, who was drafted 2nd overall in 2018 over Trey, Luka, Shea and many more. He comes in at a 78 overall at 18 years old with an A- potential. Now for the penultimate player, Sam Bowie, who was the 2nd overall pick in the 1984 draft, picked above both Michael Jordan and Charles Barkley. He comes in as a 79 overall and a potential rating of B-. Now for the final player, we have Greg Oden, who was the 1st overall pick in 2007 over Kevin Durant, but he struggled with injuries. So he comes in at 79 overall at only 18 and has a B- potential. So here's what the full roster looks like. Let's go see how we line up. And if you guys could, please like and subscribe. We're on the road to 1K subscribers. So we're running a 10-man rotation. Starters getting 31 minutes. And then 6th and 7th man getting 20. And then 8, 9 and 10 all getting 15. Let's simulate and see how we do. So it's the end of the first season. Jokic wins MVP. Markelle Fultz of Rookie of the Year. Okay, averaging 13, 4 and 5. We don't mind that. Let's have a look at all NBA teams. I doubt we have anyone in here. We don't. Let's have a look at all defenses. No one. All rookies now. We've got Markelle Fultz. We've got Marvin Bagley the 3rd. We've got James Wiseman. And we've got Adam Morrison. So we've got, 4 players in all rookie? That's not too bad. Let's see what our record was. We had a record of 9 and 73. Oh my gosh, that is terrible. But we expected this. They're all rookies. We have 5 seasons. They're going to improve. Let's have a look at the stats. Adam Morrison was our leading scorer, all the way down to Darko Milicic, who stunk it up, averaging only 3 points per game. But look, the first season was always going to be bad. We have to keep going and see how they improve. Let's simulate this season of the playoffs and see who ends up winning the championship. We've got a Wemby versus Cat finals, Knicks versus Spurs, and the Spurs win it, and Wemby's finals MVP. Let's go to next season and see how they progress. So we're in the off season and we're at player progression. Let's see how they done. And oh my, okay. I think the plus 16, plus 13 is slightly skewed because of like importing the rookie data. But we've got Wiseman at 82, Bagley at 82, Fultz at 81. We got 480s already. Sambo is right there. Adam Morrison. I can't lie. Darko Milicic. We got to give up on that guy. But I can't lie. The improvements are there. The only bad thing about this roster is we have one guard and barely any forwards. Like, we had to make two of our like power forward bigs into small forwards just so that it would kind of work. But let's head to next season. See the roster. Hopefully, maybe not this season. Oh, Sambo is up to an 80 now, but maybe in a couple seasons we might see a playoff push. Let's simulate season 2. So it's the end of season 2, and Luka had an insane year. Oh my gosh, averaging 36.5 points, 9 and 9. Crazy work. Let's see if we can get a most improved. We do. James Wiseman up to 16 points per game, 9.2 rebounds, 2.5 assists. Okay, we take that. Let's have a look at all NBA teams. Do we have one in year 2? We do not, but there's no surprise there. Note all defenses, and of course note all rookies. We had a record of 20 and 62, so we got 11 more wins than last season. So it shows improvement. Let's have a look at the individual stats for the season. Our leading scorer was James Wiseman. Marvin Bagley the third, averaging a double-double. You can see they are improving like slowly. So hopefully by year 5 they can make something happen. Let's simulate the playoffs in year 2, see who can win it. See if the Spurs can go back to back. They don't. They get eliminated by the Mavs. We got a Thunder Bulls finals. Can't lie, I've got the Thunder in this one. I don't know how the Bulls even made the finals. And yeah, the Thunder sweep. Shay's finals MVP. Let's go to player progression. So it's time for season 2 player progression. And okay, Marvin Bagley the third up to an 86. Wiseman up to an 85. Fultz up to an 84. You know, I noticed it's all the 3 like recent players that have gotten up the highest. Anthony Bennett up to an 83, Greg Oden only at 82, considering he started at like a 79. That's not too crazy. Let's go to next season and see. Maybe it being the 3rd season with the progression, we might be able to see a little playoff push, but we can only hope. So now we're in season 3. Let's simulate and see how we do. Jokic with another MVP. Have we got most improved again? No, we don't. That goes to Jamal Sheed. Let's see if we've got an all-NBA for the first time. No, not quite yet. No all defenses either. Let's see, are we in the playoffs at least? Or the play-ins? We're in the play-ins with a 9 seed in the play-ins with a record of 35 and 47. So the improvement is there. You can see it. Let's go simulate this play-in match and see if we can beat the Magic. Let's have a look at their roster actually. They've got Jalen Suggs, Franz Wagner, Paolo. Yeah, I mean, that's a pretty nice team, to be honest. Let's go with Simcaster, see if we can make it out. With our home team. Oh, that first quarter is beautiful. 40 points in the first quarter. We take that. We're still up by like 10. At this point in the 4th, up by 8. Yeah, light work for us. Let's have a look at the box score, see who carried. Markel Fultz with 24, Bagley with 23 and 12. The team is cooking right now, I can't lie. So we need to win one more game to make it into the play-ins. We're going up against the Hawks, who are always in the play-ins. Of course they're going to be there. They've not got Trey though. They've got Dyson Daniels, Rissa Share, Jalen Johnson up to a 90 on Yako Okongwu, with Kobe Buffin at the point. I can't lie, I feel like we could beat this team. But let's find out. Oh, not return, simulate game with our home team again. Let's see if we can... We don't get the crazy first quarter again. It's a tight game. They're up right now. They're up by like 10 into the 4th. We bring it back to a close game. It's back and forth. Or we take a big lead. Up to... Wait. I'm bugging. Oh my gosh. The whole time... I can't lie. The logos are too similar. I thought we were the Hawks and they were the... so we end up losing by 13. Damn, I did not clock. Rissa Shea had 38. Oh yeah, no, we sucked. Markel Fultz had a triple-double, but look at 1 for 11. Greg Oden, Milicic, that guy sucks. I don't even want to see that guy. So no playoffs for us, but it's showing improvement. Let's have a look at the season stats. Who was our leading scorer? James Wiseman, Fultz, Bagley. It's them recent guys that are just going crazy for us. Let's simulate the playoffs. See who wins the championship. We got Ant vs Cade finals, and Ant comes out on top, winning the championship for the Timberwolves. So it's that time to see player progression, and we've got 2 89s now, an 86, 85, 83, 82, 81, 80. We've almost got a full team of 80s. I'm not even going to mention this Darko Milicic guy. I don't know what he's doing. but the team is getting there. It's getting good. Let's go to season 4. So this is how we line up. We've still got the 10-man rotation, but Darko Milicic is getting 1 minute because that guy just sucks. Let's simulate and see if we can make playoffs this season. Shea is this season's MVP and we have no award winners. Let's see, can we finally get the All-NBA? We do not. All defense, nothing. Let's see what seed we were. We don't make the playoffs. We're in the play-ins again as a 9 seed though, with a record of 40-42. So we're near, we're getting close. Let's simulate this first game against the Hawks, see if we can get our get back. We're actually home this time on the right. We take a big loss in the first quarter, bring it back a bit in the second, lose it again in the third. We're down like 10 points with 4 minutes left. Yeah, we lost. What the hell? Let's have a look at the box score. Like, guys just ain't scoring enough. Like, even the rebounding, considering we have all these big men, like, it's nothing crazy. Let's have a look at their team. Jalen Johnson, Mr. done their thing. Let's simulate the playoffs. We will have a look at the stats as well for the season real quick. Jokic is on the Kings now, and he gets a championship. Let's have a look at the player stats for the season. And it's kind of just similar to before. This last season now, these guys got to lock in, they got to progress, we got to get that championship. So the final look at player progression, and okay, we finally have some 90s, 88. Like, we've got the ratings, but the fit just isn't there with like positions and players. But let's go to the 5th and final season and see how we do. So it's a final look at the roster and also how we line up. We're running a 9-man rotation now. I'm tired of that Darko Milicic guy. Where is he? Yeah, he's on the reserve. So we've got a 9-man rotation this time. Hopefully that can be enough to get us in the playoffs and win a championship. Let's see. So the end of season 5, Jeff Trent, whoever that guy is, MVP. No other awards for us. And I don't think any All-NBA teams know all defense. Come on, please get us in the playoffs. And we're not. Are we in the play? We're not even in the play-ins. Are you serious? We finished with a record of 38-44. What are these man doing? Like, we have 2 90s at 89, 87. We have all 80s, barring Darko Milicic. Let's have a look at the player stats. Just the same as before, really. Damn. So it turns out these guys are busts for a reason. Even though they got their ratings up, they could still never really perform. But hey, if you guys enjoyed this video, please be sure to leave a like and subscribe and comment any ideas you want me to do next. We're on the road to 1K subscribers. Thank you for watching.